Hey guys, welcome back. Today's video is going to be on this look. It's a very warm and neutral holiday look. I wanted this to be very much muted, but still give me that pumpkin spice and caramel vibes, just very cozy, you know. I hope we achieve that with this look. Let me know what you think. Before we get started, a huge thanks to YSL Beauty for partnering with me on this video. I'm so excited to use some of my favorites from YSL Beauty, including this beautiful lip color that I'm dying for. It's so good. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. I hope you guys enjoy this look. I'm going to start with this Kosas face oil instead of a foundation. Kind of wish this had SPF because it's such a great product. And I'm just going to use a kabuki brush to get this all over. My skin is so dry right now, which is why I'm going for this kind of a dewy, oily product. Typically, I use something a little bit less oily, but again, my skin is just so thirsty. It's been so dry outside, and something really oily feels so nice. I always forget to mention the color that I'm using, so I'm going to try to remember this time. This is in shade number 5. It's super lightweight, instantly just evens out the skin tone, but again, if you have oily skin, you might not like this because it is quite oily. It's an oil, it's a face oil. So since my skin is super dry, it feels quite nice. Moving on to my concealer, and I'll be using the YSL Touche Claw pen. I have this in 2 different shades. I have 2.5 and number 2, and I love using them in different ways. So if you don't know what this is, I'm sure you have seen this on my channel throughout the years. I've used this a ton, but this is a cult classic for YSL. It's a highlighter and a concealer all in one. It does so many different things, and the formula is just unlike anything out there. It's sheer but buildable. It's your skin but better, so I absolutely love this product. So I'm going to start with 2.5 and apply this kind of from the middle to the outer corners of my under eye. And then I'm going to pick up shade number 2, which is a lot lighter, and I'm just going to apply this on the inner corners to really brighten this area. You definitely don't have to use 2 shades, but I find that highlighting with something a little bit lighter looks beautiful. So I'm also going to apply number 2 kind of on the center of my nose, my Cupid's bow, and just the center of the face. And then I'm going to use the same brush and blend this in place. And then for the inner corners, I'm just going to switch my brush to more of a tapered small brush and really blend this into the skin. It is so skin-like and so natural. I'm obsessed with this. And because it's buildable, I always go back and see if I need to apply any more, especially where the hollows are. I'm just going to apply a little bit more and then just blend it in place. Especially if you're on the go, I feel like this is such a great product because it's very easy to blend. It's so lightweight. The coverage is light to medium and buildable, so you can just throw it on and even blend with your fingers. I just prefer to use a brush so that it kind of stays where I want it to stay and just really press this product onto the skin. As you can see, my under eyes look super bright and still very natural and dewy and skin-like, which is exactly what I like. So I'm going to move on to powdering this just a little bit because I don't want this to move throughout the day. So I'm just going to use a loose setting powder. You can use any setting powder really, and a fluffy brush, and just apply this where you have larger pores, the under eye area, so that you don't crease throughout the day, and then on top of the eyes as well. So when you mattify, it kind of just blurs everything a little bit, which I like. For my bronzer, I'll be using the KKW Beauty bronzer in medium. I love this so much. I'm just going to apply this on the hollows of my cheeks. I'm actually going to contour my nose today. I don't typically do this because I'm too lazy, but today we're going there. And then, of course, blend, blend, blend. She did a really good job with this bronzer. She has 2. One is a bronzer, one is a contour. I prefer the bronzer. It's a little confusing because they both look the same, but the bronzer is much better, I think, in medium. I'm going to use my Persona Cosmetics blush in Terracotta, and I'm just going to smile and pop it on the apples of my cheeks. And since this look is all about keeping it warm and in neutral and in like that caramel, bronzy, family bronzy, I'm just going to stick to that shade for my blush as well. I'm just going to brush my brows upwards with the Glossier Boy Brow and just fill in the sparse areas lightly. I'm gonna move on to my eyes, and I'll be using this Bobbi Brown palette. And I'm gonna start with the color Chocolate. And this is just like, you know, a beautiful chocolate color, but I'm gonna mix chestnut over this. So I'll first start with this, and these shadows are better used with your fingers. So I'm just gonna use my fingers to apply this all over. And then I'm gonna pick up the shade Chestnut, which is a lot warmer. And I'm gonna apply chestnut all over that. Just kind of build it. And then I'm gonna pick up Copper, which is more of a golden shade, and I'm gonna apply that on top of that. So I'm just kind of layering these shadows for now. And I'm gonna use Champagne too, because why not? So I'm just gonna use all 4 of the colors and just layer it. And then I'm gonna pick up a brush and start to blend all of the harsh edges. It's just a really easy way to do a smoky eye. Just build it up and then blend the harsh edges. Once you blend it, it's definitely a lot more subtle. Same thing on the other side. You could be so messy with this. That's the beauty of it, is you just blend it at the end. I'm a lot messier with my left hand, clearly. I'm gonna go back to my Touche Claw pen, and I'm gonna use the shade 2.5, and I'm just going to clean out the edges of this eyeshadow. And then I'm also going to highlight with this, just the brow bone, and start to blend it softly with the brush, just the tip of the brush. And it just creates almost like an invisible cat eye. This brush is by Rare Beauty, by the way. It's their concealer brush. So it works really well because it's pretty thick and dense. I feel like I'm already getting oily and I need to powder. That's how oily this face oil is by Kosas. I mean, it's beautiful, so you always have to just powder certain areas. Otherwise, you tend to shine quite a lot. I'm gonna apply a little bit of brown liner on the inner rim, just on top. I kind of want the bottom to be super bright. And then I'm gonna curl my lashes. And I'm gonna pick up the lightest shade from the palette, which is Champagne, and I'm just gonna pop that on the inner corners because, again, I'm all about that bright kind of natural look. So I feel like this kind of helps brighten the inner corners a bit. I'm gonna stick to the YSL fam and use their mascara. The wand is kind of like tilted. It's definitely a very unique wand. So I'm just gonna go ahead and coat just the top. I think I need a little more blush. Gosh, what a difference a little bit of makeup makes. You guys, this has been my jam. Like, I do this with a natural lip, I do this with a bold lip, and it's just so youthful, but just so pretty. I love it. I love this kind of natural, effortless, smoky eye. Lastly, on the lips, I'm gonna go in with my YSL Illicit Nudes lipstick, and this is called the Slim Glow Matte in number 213. It is seriously such a stunning shade, perfect for the holidays, just gives you that cozy, kind of warm feel. And the thing I love about this lipstick is the shape of the bullet. It's so unique, it's very custom, and it just hugs your lips so beautifully, especially your Cupid's bow. So I just absolutely love the design of this. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this without a lip liner. So this comes in 12 shades. It's a creamy matte, so it's not gonna be super matte. As you can see, there's still some sheen to it, which looks so natural on the lips. So I'm gonna use the tip of the bullet to line my lips. It's also long lasting, which is great. I'm gonna go back to my Touche Claw pen and clean out the edges. I don't know if you can see, but there are small little pearls, which makes it super luminous, and that's what gives it that luminous glow. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I love how cozy and warm it is. I am so obsessed with it. Like, you can dress this up, dress this down, day, night. It's just perfect. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'll be down there hanging out with you guys. And also, again, thanks to YSL Beauty for partnering with me on this video. I will have links and everything down in the description box. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. And then I'm just gonna use the same blush for my blush.